2 of tower. So, unless someone joins... Unless somebody joins, I am gonna go to Stormy, and I'm gonna do it guide style. Because, yeah. So, alright, so this is Tower of Really Nasty Ideas, because I'm guide on it. I'm actually streaming right now, and this is what ends up being the guide. I'm gonna do this. So, this is Tower of Really Nasty Ideas. It is one of EToH's first towers that innovated gameplay, and like was really like ahead of its time. And like playing this, I would not think it's from 2019. It's so good, and like it's designed really well. But the thing is, it's long, and there's some pretty tricky parts to it. But I actually really like this tower, and I'm really excited to get into this guide today. I think this is going to be one of my most fun guides, and especially after the last tower, this is so good. And fortunately, this is a lot more fun than the last tower I did, and it's pretty forgiving in most parts, but some parts are pretty nerve-wracking, and this is good at improving your skill and improving your endurance. So we're going to jump right into it. You start off pretty easy. First you climb up the structure, and you go over here, you do some wraps. It's pretty chill, and then your goal at first is to hit a button at the top of this little pyramid structure thing. So you're doing, this is simple wraps, I don't really think I need to guide you through this. It's pretty fun though, this gameplay plays really well. You're just gonna do some platforming, and then it's pretty fun. You just climb this little structure. This gameplay is pretty purist, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with it, especially if you beat Nintendo towers. Also, another thing I love about this tower is the OST. I think the OST is some of the best in EToH, for EToH. So now you go over here, you get this balloon, and you hit this little pad thing, and then usually it doesn't really get to the right height. And then what you do is, you can honestly just do that. Just click up, hit that button. And then you just, conveyors, these all take you forward. They don't push you back, they all launch you forward. And then this ball, you push it down the stairs, these little things. And then what you do here is, this was pretty horribly integrated, I didn't understand this at first. You push the little ball thing into, oh, okay. Yeah, it takes a while sometimes for me because the ball physics, I'm not good. But fortunately, this is like the only ball that gets pushed in this entire time. Up the slope. Do it against the wall, that might help. And then you jump on it and enter this, I don't know why this is green. But actually, if you fall outside the tower, you don't even have to flip back in. I'm sure you can just hit that. And I think this tower is nice. And then now that you hit that, what you do is it activates a button. You hit the ball, you take it to the button. And then there's now that activated a new section that you go up. And that's button progress. You don't have to do that part again. And it's just more purist gameplay. And then you hit this ladder and you climb it up. There's a Garfield thing right there. No, never mind. That's what the Garfield is. There's like hidden Garfields in this tower. Here's some more rafts. They're pretty easy. Keep in mind though that some conveyors can be a little confusing. These will take you forward. I do know what direction the conveyors take you. So congratulations, floor 1 is done. It's pretty easy. It gets harder and more nerve-wracking as you go up. But so far it's pretty easy. What you do is here you just platform around these little cylinder things. And then you go in here. And here's a button in this little structure thing that you hit and it activates a little spinner that you can climb on. You go in here. Wraps. It's pretty easy for the most part. You're really not going to have too much trouble with the first 2 floors. You might have to play them a lot because you might fall on the later floors. They're not that bad. And here's the next pusher. This you can skip. You can skip that, but I'm gonna show you the normal way, like the way if you don't know how to do that. You just glide along these cylinders, and then you can go up here, and congratulations, you activated this little thing. Then you go up here, and then I really like the way this tower progresses. I'm sorry I took you off topic, but like even like the long floors, they progress pretty well. And the fact that it's so long means safety net. Okay, here's your first like ladder of the tower. I just hold B and like do a shift block kind of wrap around thing. This is a tightrope. It's pretty easy. It's pretty boring. Okay, this conveyor will push you over there. Try to land on the top of that pyramid structure. This also does the same thing. Don't overthink it. You should be fine. These push you back. So these go slower, but you can walk on them still. But those will push you back if you're not moving. So be careful. This X pusher, you line up. Then you jump. Platforming. Okay, you're pretty much on floor 3. This, you just climb up these little pyramid things. And then... Okay, this song is epic, so... You jump on that, and then you go quick. Or else you'll fall, and you'll have to redo that jump. So floor 3. Floor 3 is where things start to ramp up in difficulty a little bit. This floor is definitely the hardest so far you will encounter. It's not the hardest in the tower, far from it, but the tower gets progressively harder as you go up. But it increasingly gets more fun and more forgiving as you go up. So, alright, here is one of these wrap-around things. I just wrap them like so. And then here you walk, and go up here. Do a truss collide here, hold it B and W. Or A and W in that case. Sorry, I don't really pay attention. These are just some simple wraps. Also, wrap around. Don't, like, go at the wall. Wrap around the wall, because sometimes the wall will push you back. And I've had to learn that a hard way. But, floor 3, pretty chill. It's not hard. There's one part of it that's a little stuffed. Okay, and this jump, just kind of go at it like that. Jump here, and then there's an arrow that tells you to go down. You hit this. Pretty indicated. Alright, and then here's a little cylinder wrap. Don't overthink it. Just go like so. Jump off right there. And here is, this thing will, this thing is easier than it looks. So what I do is I just kind of go with the spinner. Okay, first this... Oh, I actually did it. Okay. Alright, you can do it like that. I thought I'd be a little funny and try that. Okay, so then here is some more wraparound gameplay. Here there's a ladder, but you can honestly just wrap up like that. Here's another wraparound. Just do like that. This tightrope, be careful because it's kind of downward, so just jump on it slowly. Pretty simple wraps. I like this little, I like floor 3 because of the music, and there's a little structuring in the middle, it's pretty cool. And the gameplay is pretty good. So here you just grab, be careful of your health though. If you need to heal, you can. It's a free country. And then here's this X pusher, then you go here. This you have to be really careful because of the wall. So I just kind of go at it like an angle. It kind of makes sense. Here's a head hitter. And then transfer it across here. You wrap around. I am noticing my wrapping around is starting to feel more trustful. I think it's starting to feel more smooth. Because of the way it's I don't know if this tower is still alive. Okay. Here, don't go with the wall. Because this thing has pushed me off before. So you don't want that to happen. But just be careful. That almost pushed me off. I call this the... yeah. Alright, congratulations. You made it to floor 4 in 8 minutes. Yeah, this tower is long. And then this is where you might start being a little scared, because there's some scary jumps in this floor. And I like how it goes from happy music to really ominous music. I call this this floor is the backrooms floor. Kind of reminds me of the backrooms. Okay, here's this long jump. Be careful. Wrap around. Do that. And then you got this jump. I'm gonna wait for the spinner to pass around so I don't fall at, you know. Be careful, your health can go down. Alright, so then you jump, and be careful. Your health will go down here. But it's okay. You don't have to worry about the spinner too much. Just be mindful of it. Okay, and then we're getting into the scary wrap. Hold on, just let me let the spinner pass. This wrap right here. Yeah, you kind of just wrap around it. Like, I pretend like that's a wrap, and you can just kind of wrap your head. It's pretty weird. And then, yeah, floor 4 is pretty hard, actually. Okay, so you got this spinner thing. I just time it like so. I can't really give a good guide on, like, fast parts like that. Otherwise, I can fall. But helping people is pretty important. This tightrope is easy. The tightropes in this tower shouldn't give you much of a hard time. They're pretty easy. Except maybe on the last floor, there's a tightrope or two that might get you. This flick is pretty easy. Then you just kind of wrap around and hit that cylinder, and then you go down. Alright, this part's kind of interesting. You're gonna hit kind of a really scary... Oh, I just did a skip there. Ooh, I almost failed there. Yeah, you do some head hitters, and then you go across. Okay, here's definitely the weirdest part of the floor. This part can be a little scary. I have not fallen yet. This wrap. Jump like that. Yeah, that wrap is scary. I don't like that wrap. But fortunately, once you pass that, floor 4, I don't think there's any more hard parts of 4, if I'm mistaken. This will push you, just take it slow. Oh, imagine! Like, I always fall for that moving platform. Like, I could have fallen there if I wasn't careful. So always, after that zip line, remember there's a moving platform, and you may learn that the hard way, so be careful. I always forget about that. Okay, here is a thin stud. Pretty sure these are like some of the only. This tower knows how to be hard, but in a fun way. I love this tower. I think this is becoming one of my favorite towers, honestly. Here you wrap around like so. I think this is the long jump. Yeah, this jump's a little scary. Just jump like so. And then get to the very edge and jump, of course. And then there's some more wraps. Here is another long ladder jump. It's not that bad. And then wrap around. And then the tightrope. And I'm pretty sure that's the end of 4. So, congratulations. You made it to 5. So 5 is definitely a little weird. It's where the tower starts to pick up in difficulty. But keep in mind you're gonna be okay. Just take things slowly. And 9. Okay, yeah, this part's a little... Take it slow. And then here's this ladder thing. You wrap around. Here, jump towards the edge. I have fallen on that jump before. That jump really scares me. Actually, the rest of 5 isn't too bad, I don't think. Okay, here you gotta be careful though, because there is a jump that can mess you up. Wrap around towards the side, because if you do it forwards, you're gonna hit your head. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And then here's this part. This part kind of reminds me of like Tower of Extreme. That's a pretty long jump. Alright. Here. Wrap around. Jump here. And then this part. Be careful. There's a thin stud right here. It's very little. Jump on it. And I did first try sometimes. It could take me. Okay, be careful here. This part's weird. Some people like to go in and that. I like to wrap around. I like to wrap around it. There's a little edge to where you can grab yourself. You just wrap around it. Treat it like a 5 stud. It's not that bad. Pretty sure there's a flip on this. Okay, this part's a little strange. You gotta be careful. Alright. Here, jump, be careful. Here, jump on these 1 studs. Sorry if my commentary's not getting. Oh, did you see that? I almost fell. Okay, this jump. I like to do this jump in first person. It's easier. So I can see where I'm going. Yeah, be careful. I forgot about that jump. You gotta be careful. That jump easily make you nervous, and you can end up making the wrong step. So yeah, but fortunately, I think after that, you're almost on 6. So 5 is not too long, but it's pretty long compared to like your average tower. Here, wrap around. Here, wrap around. Wrap around like that. And then here. Yeah, just walk around that. Don't worry about it. Here. Jump. Yeah, just go at the very edge. Some more. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're almost on 6. Yeah, we are on 6. Okay, 6 is fun. And 6 is fun because you have this thing, and there's 4 different buttons that you have to press to get progress or you can go up more. So this part I kind of consider as like a break. Even though the gameplay is like outside. So this thing you have to be careful on because you can lose health. I just kind of go forward. If I do die, that is going to be very annoying. But I just kind of go forward. I try to kind of go force it, I guess. So yeah, actually I'm pretty sure that's pretty good. So then what I do here is I heal, and here we can take a look at, while we heal we can look at zone 1. See, look at how cool this tower looks, and look at how epic it looks. So cool. I have to end the stream. I totally forgot. I have a, appointment to do, and I totally forgot about that. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream. I am going to leave it on this part of floor 4, and, I have to end the stream. If I do fall, though, it's fine. But I do have to go. I totally forgot I have a virtual appointment to do. So, rip. That is so annoying. I totally forgot about that. I'm sorry. But, anyways, what you do, because I do have to go, and I'll be gone for like 45 minutes. I'll just breathe. I'll try not to get disconnected, and I'll just move my character every now and then. So, here's this button. You hit it, and then here's this zip line. Go on it, and it should fling you back to this wall thingy. Go down. And then hit this thing, and it will move like so. Here's the box pushing part. I hate this part. It's not hard, but it's really annoying, and I might spend a bit of time. But basically, you just push this box along this path, there's no obstacles or anything in the way, just these slanted things really make me. Especially when they're at the bottom. For some reason I'm fine. I can push a box up. Something later. I don't know why that is. Here you let the box fall. But yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I totally forgot I have a counseling appointment. But yeah, I will have to end the stream, but I'll probably start streaming in a minute. So yeah, that's really fine. Here, just push the box up there, and then you can jump down this. One more section, and then congrats, you finished the spinning part. So this, you spin the spinner once more time. This is pretty easy obby gameplay. You shouldn't really fall here. If you do, I'm just kidding. Nah, if you do fall, it's probably because maybe you're a little nervous. Oh shoot, and sometimes I do end up doing that. I have to do some hard jumps here, but it's okay. So then congrats, you spin the thing. And then once I get to maybe floor 7, I'll stop on the net and do my appointment. But I should be back in like 45 minutes. To you, it'll be like 2 seconds. But it's not mandatory, but I really do want to do it. Here, this jump sucks. I wrap around like that. This jump also sucks. I've fallen on it once or twice. So here, you do this. You wrap around, do some more gameplay, some slanty gameplay. Also, that is button progress also, so you don't have to redo the whole button thing if you fall. Not that it's hard, it's just it does take some time to do. So here, wrap up towards this, and do a wrap like this. And then, here, wrap like that. And then wrap it here. Alright, and here we are at the net, and this is where I do have to end the stream, because I have something to do, but it won't take me that long.